rtfc.baconicecream.com. What's going on, everyone? It is the Evercast, your weekly dose of Evercade goodness. I'm one of your hosts, Rich, from Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC. To my left, I've got Ed, Retro KillDashNine. What's going on?
Hey guys.
That's your right.
What's up? What's up? Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, stage left. Stage left. Right below me, I've got the Crow Continuum. What's up?
Hey, it works.
Nice. What's going on? And then, of course, Classic Gaming Fun Pete. What's up? It's adjusting cameras. Mid-range. So what's up? So how's everyone doing this fine week? Did we lose your audio, Pete? I don't know if we can hear you.
Oh, no.
I don't think he's saying anything.
He was muted. It's okay, though. So let's go into the chat and say hi to everyone.
Yes. Go chat.
Hey, Dan. How's it going? Yes.
Yeah, Dan has pushed his luck. He's he's Dan. He's a little cranky.
Needling us to over 1 minute, to over 2 minutes.
It doesn't matter when the show starts. It's still T over 3 minutes, whether it starts or not.
That's true.
Good on Dan's comment.
But yeah, so just saying hi to Dan. We got DJ in the house. What's going on? We've got John. How's it going? We got Mark, Michael, Anthium, Two Tails. What's up? What's going on?
Yo.
Dan Ruff, Lee Delve, and Mike again saying hi.
This comment, Michael.
And 9. Oh no.
Doing very well, thank you for asking.
Do we have to go down that road again?
I blocked that from my memory.
Like that. I almost didn't come back to this.
He's on the
show.
mend. That's it. That's all
I
we
wasn't
gotta
going to say anything, but he.
I almost never came back to this show because I got better things to do on Saturday morning.
What's going on, Lloyd? Dr. Jim, how's it going? So yeah, today's another week goes by. I don't know how it was for you guys, but it's another one that was just straight under the grinder for me. And it was a crazy week. So much so that I had to do a giant catch-up live stream yesterday because I had absolutely no time to do anything. But I'm glad to be hanging out with you guys so we can chat some Evercade and hang out and have some good fun. But how was everyone's week?
It was busy.
Good? Just hanging in?
Good.
Well, it wasn't this week, but last week.
Ooh, I organized some Funkos. If you guys want to see where my Funkos are at.
Ooh.
Oh. You want to see where mine are?
Giant wall of Funko.
Yeah, I've been organizing my office. In between work meetings, I've been running around doing stuff in my office.
That's cool.
I got to meet one of the biggest Intellivision collectors ever this week, and I had a really nice chat with them.
Nice.
Socially separated, of course, but yeah, Luke Boudreau.
Oh, nice. By. Yeah, Luke's awesome. Yeah, he's up there in the collection pantheon. Him and Steve Martin and everybody else.
Vancouver's got the most per capita Intellivision collectors in the world. I think that's an actual known fact.
Is that like a mecca? Is there like some like warehouse somewhere where they're like it's just close by so they can all get them?
It's fairly popular in Canada, and there's lots of variants of and plus because we have the language variants, which sometimes they cover variants. It's just I don't know. It's just why we can't explain it. A bunch of us talk about it all the time. We just can't explain why. When I say Metro Vancouver, it's 14 major cities that make up Metro Vancouver, and it's spread over a massive amount of to drive one end to the other end of the city. Metro City is 2.5 hours.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild. That's greater than half of the state I live in. 2.5 hour drive.
You could do it in 45 minutes to an hour if there's no traffic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a poorly planned city, but anyway, I'm just saying it's just weird that it's
it's just so many big, huge Intellivision collectors.
And there's a bunch you don't even know about because they don't get on YouTube or talk to YouTube people. It's just crazy.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, Michael, I think it's pretty big in Toronto area too because a lot of game stores out there apparently have a lot of Intellivision stuff.
Nice.
Anyway, because we're talking Intellivision today, I thought it's
Oh no, I think that's totally within range, and it's got to be. I don't know. It's, as I spread out and start to travel to different places, I might have to hit up that area as I try to build back the
always welcome.
the
You're
one
always
the
welcome.
125.
Take time off work to show you around.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Yeah, we got a little bit to get there for me, but once I'm being able to spread those wings, it'd be pretty good. It'd be nice to just start going out and hanging out.
I want to do the I-5 road trip. I want to, when everything's cleared up, me and my cousin are going to flip across the border, and there's 18 video game stores from the border, the U.S. border, down to, I guess, Olympia, Portland border on I-5 that we want to do.
That's awesome.
Over like a weekend, like 4 or 5 days.
That's a great road trip.
That's our dream trip.
Awesome. You guys should document that. That'd be an awesome.
Oh yeah, I will. I gotta get a camera first. Portable camera. I'm saving up money to buy one.
Nice.
Aren't all cameras portable?
Nice.
Actually,
Not
you can just use a
4K
selfie.
one and all that stuff.
You can just use a selfie stick with your phone if your phone is a good camera.
A video camera.
Like a Sony or a Canon or something.
One that takes pictures.
Yeah, like a camcorder.
Yeah.
I know what Pete's
Yeah, like a Sony or a Sony or a Canon, you know, because my phone is old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot
I have
of
no
YouTubers
room
use
on
it
it for
for
memory.
selfie
Like I think I got less than like 500 megs on my phone. Anyway,
Yeah.
What are you doing with it?
Awesome. Yeah, so everyone's in here and chat's popping. There hasn't been any big
Camera?
news or anything else to speak of. Oh yeah. Got the cam there. Have you
that's
gotten
what I'm
to
looking
around
for.
that
Something
then?
like that.
What?
Like,
I haven't touched this in 2 weeks, to be
I'm
honest.
looking for one like that to have with a little stick and a screen, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I want to use it to flea market when flea markets open up again here and game stores. Because if you look at my channel from 2 years ago, I used to have a couple videos a month where I'd go to the flea market and stuff. My son
Just go hunting, right?
Nice.
Nice.
we used to
very
do
cool.
flea market, and the people used to love those. But using on my phone, it's pretty bad. Like, I mean, iPhone, if you get a nice iPhone, it's great, right? They do good video, but mine does.
Yep. Absolutely.
1080, I think.
Yeah,
And it
I mean,
might be
anything
crappy on
above
it.
a 10 is got a pretty great camera in it.
I got a 6.
So I've been using this for video for like most of the year.
That's Android, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Android's got really good cameras, right, on their phone.
Well, this is the Samsung S21 Ultra, so you can see that there's like a whole
I
bunch.
got a
Yeah.
Nice.
Samsung a long time ago, an S3. I found it so laggy and slow. It felt like whatever Samsung software they put on, I could never upgrade my Android on it. Like I was always locked at like ice cream sandwich or something like that. And I've found Samsung like just had too much crap on their phones.
Really?
I think they've gotten a
That was
lot better.
back on the S3. That was when I had that.
Oh, okay.
They've gotten a lot better since.
Yeah,
then.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's
Love
just
Samsung.
relating my experience why I switched back to iPhone because of a bad Samsung experience.
Mm-mm.
I've only ever had one Apple product in this house, and it wasn't the phone.
They're okay for me because I like the fact that I only text I only text on my phone and take pictures like of the family and kids and stuff. That's what I use it for.
Yeah, I jumped in the early days on the Apple side, and it just never left.
Yeah, I don't.
Once you get in the
have nothing against
ecosystem,
Android.
it's like it's a
I
phone.
think they're
It's like-
both fine products.
yeah.
There's a problem with both sides, right? Like iPhones are closed ecosystem, like they won't allow Microsoft to come on it with their Game Pass or Epic with their Game Store, which is stupid, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, puppies.
Oh, okay.
Crow, I guess you'll be gearing up in a few months for camping again, right?
I have no idea.
Anyway, just a random thought. Buy your dog because I remember your camping videos and when you're
Yeah,
when you're on the
that
show. The dog.
That was like in September or October. I don't remember which. But
Hey,
that was-
Solid Snake. Hey, Ballistic Coffee Boy. I love that name, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
My
Hey,
place.
Solid Snake, whereabouts in Texas do you live? Just curious.
Texas is massive, man.
It is really huge.
After watching the Game Chasers take literally hours to go to places within Dallas, Fort Worth, I'm like, that city is and that state is massive.
Yeah. That's in California.
So Michael in the chat is saying the big thing right now is the 2021 Game of the Year event. Did everyone vote already? Which is there an event going on in one of the
Didn't I
groups?
do my Game of the Year?
Game of the Year. What's he talking about?
I don't know what.
Yeah.
My game of the year.
I like how it's
something
free
most
and none of
people
us
play.
know what he's talking about.
Yeah, and it's just like if it's Evercade centric, I was like, wait, where did this go? Like, did I miss something in the group? I've
You
been
can
pretty
do a game of the year,
pretty
right?
active
for
looking at
Evercade.
it. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah,
Hey, my
let us know in the comments.
I know what Crow's game of the year for Evercade is easily, hands down. It's got to be Tanzer, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would put it out there.
Wait, no, Tanzer came out last year, so technically,
It doesn't matter if when the game came out.
yeah.
You know?
Okay, good. Because my game of the year is Final Fantasy 14 main scenario story.
No, to be honest,
Oh.
my game of the year is a robot.
That could be an
Let's see.
offline game.
It's the Intellivision game of the year.
Oh,
That's
he's
right.
talking
That's
about
right. With Papa Pete.
Yeah.
Papa Pete has the
okay,
they do the homebrews every year, right?
Oh,
You go
sweet,
and do the
yes.
votes in
Oh yeah, he did talk about that.
in
Yeah.
Atari Age.
Yeah, and I never get the homebrews because they're always sold out by the time I want. So if anybody knows a lead on Intellivision, let me know. I want to buy it.
Yeah, that would be one that I'd
'Cause I haven't played it
wanna-
yet either.
grab myself. I don't have a way to play it now, but it'd be
Yeah, that's the problem. But I'm sure Intellivision, if you buy it, you probably get the ROM with it too.
oh, that'd be cool.
They should
Yeah,
put it on
I
I
should
could
say
do that.
that.
I would just buy it just to get the ROM because I've got the ultimate
Well, yeah,
flash
I
drive.
put it on. Yeah, you can put it on.
We need that on Intellivision collection too. Intellivision.
See, Papa
Oh, I
Pete
honestly
knows.
think they could do just half and half for their next Intellivision collections, and whenever that comes out, they need to put that out soon. I think.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people enjoying Intellivision Collection 1.
Yeah, that's right. And people should check out Papa Pete's video too when he does the he did the candidates list and went over all the people that are up and running.
Yeah, I didn't see that actually. I should go check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
I
I'll try to
did-
put that in the
remember
pin
it.
comment in the after show. I'll put that in there. So if anyone wants to go check that out, just check it out down below. It'd be cool. Intellivision will be back in physical and Intellivision Revolution, but no ROM. Sad face for me, but I mean, I might just get it anyway, just so I can have it on the shelf. It's a cool looking.
I just ordered something really cool. One of my people on the channel just about ROMs let me know last December, I guess. Yeah, a little device you can hook into your computer that you can, if you put your cartridge in from all the Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games, it rips it to your computer, which is great because I'm trying to find legal ways to load my EverDrive up for my Game Boy Advance. And find the ROMs of the games I already own, and now I don't even need to do that anymore. I can just wait till I get my device and just take all. I got like 200 Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color games. So
that's good if you want to copy saves back, but otherwise all the ROMs are there. You might as well just download the ROMs for the games you have.
Well, if I'm going to do both of it as well, yeah. But finding a place legally without getting viruses and all that stuff is like I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, it is kind of hard.
Have fun doing it the way I want.
There is something cool about it too. It's like it's almost
$40.
Almost like taking old old home movies or whatever, right, and converting them.
I'd love to have a device
have
that
that
has my
physical
600 games and stuff.
Well,
games.
I can't remember. The last time I actually put like a Blu-ray or a DVD in a drive to watch it, because whenever I buy one of those, the first thing I do is pop it in the computer and rip it and put it on a server, and then I put it back in the case and I put it on the shelf. And it never comes out.
There you go.
That's like my Polymega now. Every game I knew game I buy on my Polymega, which I just picked up this because I'm working on a full Jurassic Park set. I just picked up Jurassic Park Warpath on the.
Oh, nice.
Boom! Install my Polymega, play the crap out of it. Goes on my shelf, and yeah, it's a dinosaur fighting game. How can you not love that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Dan. I was wondering.
Dan's trot today.
It's Sweden, getting late over there.
Everything's all related. We're talking about Intellivision. We'll be talking about this guy.
It's our show, Dan.
And in just a little bit, we'll be talking about this guy. We're going to do the middle row. In just a little bit, but, we gotta ease into it, right?
Yeah,
ease into the conversation.
Sprinkle it in.
Have some fun.
We should just rename this just Retro Game Talk.
I don't know what that would
You might be another show that already exists where people do that.
It was so fun watching you guys' last show, seeing Ed fawn over Panda Sub. It made me laugh so much. Panda Sub's #1 fan is Ed.
Panda was a great guest.
He was
an
awesome,
awesome show to have.
He seems like a good dude.
He was an awesome show.
Seems like a good dude for sure.
So speaking of all of these wonderful things, because there isn't anything else really going on as we wait for collections or announcements or anything like that, we just dive right in straight to Intellivision Collection 1, shall we? Let's jump on in. We're doing the middle row, so that is Shark Shark, Princess Quest, Frog Bog, and Snafu. Some pretty good games in that mix.
Controversial opinion about one of those games.
All right,
I'm gonna pass off Papa Pete.
Well, let's see what happens. Take that in there, and then we'll mix it up with the chat as we go too. So let's head on in to some Shark Shark. That's game 1. And what do we guys think about that?
Well, I'll just say that it's one of my favorite. It may be my favorite Intellivision game. So,
why is that?
Well, I don't know. It's just simple. I just liked it. That and it works. When I say the Intellivision, I'm talking about with the original controller. Yeah. It actually works well with the controller, and it's fun to play. So
you can kill the shark.
I'm with you on this one too. You can nibble the shark's. Tail.
Yeah, I'm actually doing that in the video.
Yeah, I didn't know you could kill it.
Yeah, you can do that once you get big enough. Especially, it's a really cool thing to do. That's what's the whole point, right? Like you got to get big enough to defend yourself against the shark.
I think that's why I find the game so fun. Is I just like trying to kill the shark
alone. Yeah. This is gonna be Ed's favorite game now because his mind's been.
No, I didn't know you could do, dude. I know
dude, this game is fun.
Even when you're the smallest, you can
nibble
it. It just
you can still get his tail.
Can you eat the crab?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, when you get big enough,
you have to get him on the way down though, not on the way up.
Because these pinchers get you, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a great. This game is fun. I like this game.
You have to be a certain size as well. But you can see I have like 12 lives already in this game.
Yeah.
Because you get extra life every time you kill a shark.
Okay.
Shark.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that.
I didn't know about that, about the free lives of getting the shark. That's an awesome way of just making the game just the ultimate kind of chill, because there's nothing really immensely difficult about the game. This game is that one you just kind of sit down and relax and play around with. I mean, I would put this in the pantheon of early generation chill games, just such as like Video Pinball on the 2600, right? It's just one of those games just like, I'm gonna sit back, relax, and just eat some fish.
For me, I don't think this game is chill at all. I think it's intense because everyone is like after you, and then you have to like go after them. And I
agree. I think there's moments in it where it's like,
definitely. So here's my only complaint about this game. It's the only game where like if I'm playing for a while and I get big enough and I die, I'd like rage quit, because then I'm like, then you have to start all over again and be weak. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm done. But I love this game. I think it's very fun. But that's I know that's the whole point of the game. But the weird thing is, look, I just don't like how it's off-centered like that. Maybe
the screen.
Yeah.
I never even noticed that.
I did the other day playing it on the handheld. I'm like, why is it off-centered like that? But no, this is fantastic with unique mechanics and all that. And learned today you can kill the shark, so I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you get that nice.
So great, you have to say it twice.
When you lose your last life, you get that song at the end.
That's why I don't see why people poo-poo this game constantly whenever Amico shows the reimagined one. Like, first of all, have you ever played the original? Do you understand it? And what it's meant to emulate with the new version? Like, the new version is just, it's if they can get the fun that this one has in the new version, like, I don't see the problem with it.
Have you ever played Feeding Frenzy? It's like the same. It was like an updated version of Shark Shark.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. Indeed.
And that was like a pop. I think that was a PopCap game, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I mean,
if you could do like two people like multiplayer, and if the players could eat each other as they get bigger, that would be so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like how the shark does kill the fish he runs into too.
It is.
It's a really fun. Like, it's one of those games where it's just, it's meant to, we have 20, 30, 40 minutes of fun, or 10 minutes of fun, or 5 minutes of frustration. That's what those games were meant to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yep. Yeah. Shark. You know, pioneering the Under Wonder eat to get big genre.
Double thumbs up.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, no problem with this one for sure. I mean, this collection is strong in general, right? It's got.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like,
filled with all sorts of awesome.
There's only a
awesome
couple games I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah, every collection is like that for me. Like, very few have a perfect collection. Very few, but like, there are some for me. But it's subjective, right?
I'm waiting for that. You know what? I'm waiting for the day where there's like a collection where like every game is like, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Maybe there's only one game on it.
The highest score you would give it. There's only one collection for me like that, and it's only because there's only 2 games on it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Reverse engineered the game to discover the changes in the shark's behavior. At 250,000 points, it basically becomes a guided missile from Astro Smash you can't outrun. That's pretty cool.
I don't think I've ever scored that high.
No.
Yeah, I've never gone on a run that high either.
Is there a world record for this game? Be interested to see.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I mean, there's score runners of score. They'll do high scores for anything, right?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see who has the top. But then which scoring agency do you go for, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
the Twin Galaxies or anything like that. You know?
Yeah, I think Twin Galaxies. I think it all around the King of Kong documentary is like, I can't imagine there's controversy on every one of their scores. Perhaps there is. I don't know. I didn't really follow it that much, but
it's under new management now.
Yep. Yeah, and they changed like how you do certain certain uploads and like that kind of stuff for your score challenges.
You got to give mad respect to the guy who ran that, though, the guy in the referee shirt, because that was like, that's his life. No matter what you think of the guy, the fact that he did this for like 40 years, and no matter what you think of them, like, you can have tons of different opinions. The fact that he did that and that was his life, I respect that. Like,
I applaud people's dedication like that.
So that's passion, man. That's passion for the art form we love, right?
I used to have respect for Walter Day, and actually I met him, but the fact that he made it so, altered the score, basically cheated on Billy Mitchell's half and all this other stuff. That's appalling and disgusting.
Has that all been proven? Like, I don't know, right? Like, yeah. So if it is, like, yeah, you can. But what I'm saying is, I respect the passion for something that you're not getting really paid a lot of money for. Probably, I don't know, but it's just I don't know.
Carl Jobs has done like some good videos and documentaries about
it's like those YouTubers who are still talking about the same thing they started talking about 12 years ago or 10 years ago. I think that's pretty cool that, our channel names have changed, or graphics have changed. They've updated their cameras. Like Happy Console Gamers, like a lot of people don't like him. I do like him because if you go back 12 years ago and look at his content, it's almost identical, just much more polished version of what he's doing now. And I kind of equate that. I think I got respect for people who stick to their content and keep talking about, stuff they love.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff. Some more cool stuff from Michael. He says the off-center nature of the display is because the left border extension is a bit raised, and the hardware could have been offset, but for centering, I guess. That's kind of cool. It's kind of neat.
Very cool.
Oh,
is it just this game, or is it like all the other ones? All the television games off center, or is it just this one?
I'm
not sure. Yeah, that's an interesting. I didn't even notice.
Never thought about looking. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can look as we go on. We'll try to see if we can do that. So Dan asks, is it a 5 out of 5 for you?
Oh no, not at all.
No,
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You can borrow my grading.
Still a fun game though, right? Still just a great game.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dogs barking outside my house.
Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't a dog barking in the house right now for me. It's always fun in the weekends. He's just trying to get with the kids and all that kind of stuff. So that's cool. That's awesome. So let's move on to our next game, which is Princess Quest.
Good game.
So the lone homebrew on the collection. What do you guys think of Princess Quest.
I did all my thoughts in my gems of this game.
Yeah.
I think it's just this game is only possible now.
Sure.
Because of, it's a homebrew and the modern sensibility and design that wasn't necessarily something that was mainstream back in the day. It's a great game. Great game. It gets harder and harder as you play.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I love it. But
yeah, I like this game with like the Evercade controller with a standard gamepad. I couldn't imagine playing this with an Intellivision controller though.
Yeah, well, I played the Coleco version with the Coleco controller, and I had to stop and play it with the SNES controller that comes with the Phoenix. That I got.
But yeah, I mean, if you actually had the cartridge, like a physical cartridge of this, and popped it in Intellivision,
yeah, it would be tough. Yeah, I can imagine. That controller's not good anyway. Like, I always get poo-pooed on saying that. Intellivision controller and controllers of that era suck anyway. But yeah, Intellivision controllers. Yeah. I don't think Intellivision controllers great on platformers. Would be great on platformers.
Yeah, I would say anything where you need to like platform at all. That's
precise jumping. Precise jumping.
No. Yeah, precise jumping. Yeah. Shooting.
Yeah. Case perfect
like,
for this.
The side of the controller for like those rubber buttons to shoot. I couldn't do that.
This is good.
It's fun to imagine, like as we were like just talking about, it's fun to imagine what it would be like if this were to be a like a late release
or a 1983 release or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like what does that do?
Right?
Like it's fun to like do like fantasy speculation. What does that do to the environment? Does a game like this coming out like change the equation for how Intellivision was placed in the marketplace, or like how do you?
If you're gonna start putting homebrews on Intellivision, you're gonna have to start putting homebrews on comparing homebrews on all the other platforms as well.
That's true. Because
I just got Anguna homebrew for the NES, and like you'd have to do the comparison. I think if this came out in 82 or 81, it would be impactful. Coming out in the second life of Intellivision in the late 80s, no, because this doesn't stand up to NES games or SNES games or Genesis games,
right.
But I get your point. But I think if this was an 81 or 82 release, it would have been a bit impactful, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Because Ghosts and Goblins come out when in the arcades? 80, 82, 83, Ghosts and Goblins?
I don't think that I would say 85. 86.
I can't remember. Yeah, it's probably that. Yeah, it might be a little early for Ghosts and Goblins, but
for me, I need to spend more time with this game. But I think what prevents me from spending more time with this game is that I wish you could shoot diagonally, or just the way how the enemies kind of come at you. That's really
I think that adds to the challenge. Yeah,
it does. I mean, I think it's fantastic that this game exists, because it's one of those games that like it shouldn't exist, and it's amazing hardware feat. I think that again, I think Blaze needs to add more stuff like this and stop focusing on just like sports only. Give us.
I agree, but I take it one step further. Like, everybody's clamoring for these Genesis and Capcom collections. I want more homebrew and indie collections, because I got tons of different ways to play all those games, and I don't really need another cart with 5 Sonics on it for myself personally. I want like these types of games, because there's tons more homebrews for a lot of the systems that could be really cool.
Absolutely. I mean, I can agree with that Pete, because
I don't need another Sonic cart or another Castlevania cart. Like, I got tons of those already for different consoles.
Yes, but I mean, playing it on the Evercade, though, it plays better on the Evercade than anything else, though, except original hardware, because the controller's perfect, the menus are perfect.
Switch Lite plays pretty good.
Yeah,
and that's deep.
I'm
just saying, personally, I don't care what everybody else thinks. That's just my opinion. I want these games. I want a collection with Intellivision on it. The new homebrew for DK on the Intellivision, which finally rectifies the biggest sin of the early 80s, where ColecoVision screwed Intellivision with all their ports and gave them really god-awful versions of their games. And you look at DK now.
Whether or not they did that on purpose or not.
What's that?
There's a debate whether or not they intentionally made those versions bad or not.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, but they did. The proof's in the pudding. The donkey. They all look like ghouls of their characters. And then Minor 49ers and Homebrew come out on the Intellivision, which never came out originally, and it's an amazing version of it. I'd love to see that on there. Like, Evercade should sign a deal with Electro Night.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that'd be
Revolution.
awesome, right?
Get those games.
Yeah, why
Like,
not?
Get
There's
those
tons
collections.
of them. There's tons of them. Yeah, and
Dude.
it would be really cool to have that discovery. And I think too, like, you know,
Atari Age, find every homebrew ever released on Atari Age and say, let's start making collections of these games. The Jaguars, like, you know,
that would be awesome.
That would be rad. You know, like you got to definitely strike the balance, in my opinion, too, as far as like the business side goes. You know, you got to have, you know, your
big
you got to have your money makers, your big draws, and then, you know, you hit it with the.
But here's the thing: you said this well on a few casts. They need to win the U.S. market, and while I do enjoy some of these exclusive European carts, they need to stop that. Like the Renovation Collection, they need to gear things that you know, more people outside of this group like to play.
Well, they need the U.S. market, because no matter how much special we think we are in the rest of the world, if the U.S. market embraces your product, you've got a product.
Exactly.
Right. No.
But the Renovation Collection, I remember when all those games came out here.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I don't. I remember a few of them. Like we talked about that last year, year before. Like you were more plugged into that scene than I was back then. It's funny though. My memory jogs itself when I start playing some of these games. I'm like, yeah, I played this before, and then you get flooded with the memories. Like, yeah, it's, you know, I love the music in this game. The changes in the levels. That's one of the cool things. The music is really good, and Intellivision did sound really well.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think it doesn't get as much credit. Some of those earlier games, the sound is okay, right? But
they're missing until you get the updated ROM versions of them on Intellivision Lives. They add in a lot more sound, right?
Right. You know, as more people, I guess, knew what to do with the hardware, it's just amazing to see, you know, how good everything could have been, right? You know, had they had a little more time, you know, working with the hardware and everything like that. So it's cool. It's really neat. And I really enjoy the music and sounds in this game. You know, just like Thunder Castle, you know, it's another one that's huge for me in my book. You know, love that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, this is a great game. I liked playing, you know, Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts back in the day. I had it on my Master System. I played that all the time. So yeah, it's good stuff.
I'm just watching this footage because the level keeps looping and looping and looping because I'm not finding all the objects.
Yeah, I need to spend more time and get good.
It's all good. It's all good.
I like the boss fights. The boss fights are challenging. Yeah. Fun.
Especially the one on this level. It took me a long time.
Yeah, it gets interesting. I like the one that I didn't like the most is, I don't know, it's the last one where you're in the dungeon, and is it the one in the dungeon where he's like big gray balls? He's just shooting super fast at you, and it's hard to jump out of the way to shoot him. Like this, it looks.
I think it's just a war of attrition.
Yeah, that one I just like, oh my god, better have a save state with lots of continues when you get there, because it's like.
I think this is the boss finally. Is this it? Yes, it is. No, it's not. It looked like it was, but it wasn't.
Nice. Michael says, to be fair, Ladybug and Venture are pretty good. ROM size is probably the biggest factor, but Turbo should have gone in the landfill next to Atari ET. Ouch.
Who likes Atari ET?
I do.
I like it too. Did Crow just say I do?
I don't think it's that bad. I
don't think it's as bad as it is either. But
yeah, that game was the first game I ever actually completed from start to finish. Because
you and 8 other people worldwide.
Yeah. Right. Well, remember, I only had my Atari 2600 and 7800 for the better part of my childhood.
True.
That was the only thing I had. So you got to squeeze every ounce of goodness out of every game you got, right? But yeah, no, I don't know. I still have fondness for that game. I don't know why. It's just one of those things for me. I just really like it. Oh, here's the boss. Let's see.
How many levels are in this game?
That giant thing.
Do you guys know how many levels?
This is cool. The sprite work and the flashing and all that kind of stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, I haven't gotten this far. I haven't gotten that degree.
Yeah. There's...
Michael's showing no love for any of those Coleco ports. The Saxon. Yeah, those weren't the best.
Yeah, we need more collections like this. Like we need Coleco, we need Odyssey.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they tried a few times for Coleco. It's just that no one really knows who owns all the licenses, right? It's a mess.
Right. Yeah.
It's a landmine full of license problems with Coleco.
Well, yeah, I mean, because most of those games are, like double licensed themselves, right?
Or even the ones that weren't other people's properties. No, like nobody knows who owns the license for those fully either.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
One time I wonder if the Evercade podcast Andrew talked a little bit about that.
Oh, getting going and getting the licenses and talking to them.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can't remember. That was like 2 years ago, maybe, or I'm not sure. But yeah, Princess Quest, fun game. I mean, you gotta like these games too, right? Like, it's not everybody's jam. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, not everyone's gonna like a game like this, but like for those that are into that kind of stuff, it's a good time. It's a good time.
World 4, the caves, and then final level, World 5.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next game, which is Frogbog, otherwise known as Frogs and Flies for those that had the Atari 2600 version. I mean, this one we don't have to have a lot of time on this one, because it is like really really simple.
This is the one that you just want to chill and play for a few minutes.
Exactly. I mean, it's like you talk about like how I thought that Shark Trek was a little chill. There isn't much more to chill.
It's better multiplayer, this one.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, with a friend, it's definitely one of those games where you could see yourself just going, all right, cool. You're jumping up, you're grabbing the flies. But this is the one that you muscle in on your friend, and you're like, you're just like elbowing. It's like
this is one you play like with your like kids, or I think you would have to be like drunk or on some substance, because I think this is fun for about 5 minutes. It's.
I mean, I get
if you like it, cool.
But the aesthetic too. I think the cool thing about Frogbog / Frogs and Flies is that in sound field and sound design, it does actually feel like you are in like a digitized bog. Like the sounds that are happening, it does kind of take you there. And I like the fact that you do have some of the progression, where it's you like start in the daytime, and you're like you get in your morning thing, and then it like starts going, you see the sunset and all that kind of stuff. As the level, like each game session progresses. I do kind of like the feel of the gameplay environment. But yeah, I mean, you are just simply jumping up and down and trying to get flies in your mouth. So like it's just there's not much to it. But there is some strategy though. So if you are playing multiplayer and you are the guy that figures out the right angle to jump on, you can go on a score run and really make your.
It never ends though, right? Like
your multiplayer. Sad. No, I think there is at least in Frogs and Flies there was a timer.
Okay.
You play for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then the day-night cycle ends, and then it's like the frogs go to sleep. So then
maybe that's why I like the Atari version, because I do have nostalgia for that, because I'm like, there needs to be some some motivation, right? Like a timer, or like if you get to
there is a timer. The game ends when in the daytime. The game ends when it becomes night. Like right now, the game ended.
Yep.
And when you play in night mode, you play until the dawn.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I guess with 2 players, this could be fun, but 1 player, it's kind of meh.
Yeah.
This is actually one of my least favorite games on the collection. I don't like any of the control options for the frogs, because with the easiest option, you just hit a button and the frog jumps in back and forth in a pre-programmed state, and the computer decides when to let the frog snatch the fly, and it just seems like it misses most of the time. And then the second control option is you can control going your angle and hops and everything back and forth, but you still can't control the tongue. And then your final option is you finally can control the tongue and you can jump back and forth. But I could never like get the frog to jump where I want him to jump as well. So that's why I'm jumping in the water all the time in this footage.
Yeah, in this one, in this particular version, I had some trouble controlling the frog too, and I never really seemed to have trouble on my Atari joystick, on the 2600. I always was able to somehow get exactly what I wanted out of the frog once I got into a rhythm. So it is kind of interesting to see like how that translation. Sometimes, the D-pad isn't the end all be all, right? Sometimes the control scheme of a modern controller isn't the way necessary to play it. Now, I haven't played it on a flashback. I should play it on a flashback and plug the Intellivision controller in to see how I feel about it. But yeah.
Well, I remember though, like sometimes the frog would actually jump in the opposite direction I was expecting him to. So I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, exactly. So, so Michael here in the chat, I know there are no keypad controls on this. But has anyone seen the Easter egg in the original Frogbog? I have not. Has anyone else seen the Easter egg?
I might have like read about it and then was like, I can't do it because I think you have to hit multiple buttons at once. So I didn't even bother like remembering what it was.
Yeah, that would be a tough challenge too. On the Intellivision Lives, get 300 points in Frogbog. 300 points would be you'd have to be on point with all of your jumps, getting those flies for that one. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you have to hold 3 and 5 on the left keypad and 0 and 5 on the right keypad while you power up or reset. The title screen will change to TASN, ANS, and PK presents Frogs DEI 1982.
Huh.
After each frog jumps for the first time, it displays a different graphic when it's sitting on the lily pad. Also, in night mode, the moon graphic is changed as well to what looks like a bright star.
That's kind of cool. Neat that the programmers just throwing random things in there. I guess it was like maybe something that got left in, from like debugging. They're just like, just leave it in.
The funny thing though is there'll be some special people that will complain, like on the Evercade Facebook group, we should be able to do that.
Yeah, well,
I guarantee you.
I'll wait for them to come out with the Intellivision controller and support for it as well.
There you go. Right. So that's it. That is Frogbog on the Intellivision Collection 1, which brings us to our last and final game for this week, Snafu. And another one that you kind of got to, what are you going to say about, Snafu? It's like
it's Snafu.
Yeah, it's Snafu.
I cannot stand it.
Oh, I got trivia on this one. Do you know what Snafu stands for? You know why the game is called Snafu?
I do not.
Yeah, Snafu is an acronym that was used in the military a lot. That's called the acronym is Situation Normal, all effed up.
Left up, yeah. That's why they have to change the name for the reimagined one to SN.
You don't like Fubar? Yeah, I like that. That's great.
Yeah, I just don't like this game. I don't like any of these like cycle games like this. I'm like, garbage, hot garbage.
I like these games, but I like these games. But what did I rate this one? It's, I mean, I could like it, but I don't. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites.
I think this game is on here for one reason, kind of like a frog, because you can do up to 4 players, right?
No, you can't. You can only do 2 players.
Really?
Yeah, you couldn't play 4 players on the Intellivision. Only had 2 controls.
Yep.
Well, that blows.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a horrible game, but like this and Frog, that's not my go-to games at all. Same with the spell the letter game. Like those 3 are ones I play the least. Everything else in the collection is solid. Yeah.
Well, we'll get to Word Rockets next week.
Yeah,
but
it's all right. I think this is a kind of a game where it's kind of like you jump in, maybe play it like once or twice, and you're like I've done that for this play session.
Yeah.
So, and you get a whole bunch of different modes in this game, like moving diagonally. Then you do have the snakes mode where you have to bite the tail at the end of the other player. But I like just this. You could have obstacles on the screen. I just I like the standard, like with or without the obstacles. I don't like playing with the diagonals. It seems too weird to me to play with this with diagonals movements.
Yeah. It is kind of cool that they do throw that little bit of variety in there, so it isn't just that one style game over and over again. I guess back in the day when you got this as a game, as a game cart, if that was the only choice, was just that one style game, maybe you'd play that for a couple minutes and then just
two players with your buddy. This could be like a lot of fun, like to play with your like a grandparent or like a kid. You know what I mean? Someone who's not into game. Like this could be like a lot of fun. Two players, just.
What's funny is like the Atari 2600 equivalent would be surround. And I think I might like surround just a little bit better because of the audio in surround, where it's like.
That's true. I forgot about surround. Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool one. But yeah, I mean, some of the more simple titles, there's not a lot of stuff about it.
Oh yeah, and for some reason the snake mode, you have to play with two players. The computer won't take control of the second player.
Oh really? That's interesting. I guess they didn't program any AI for that particular mode. So yeah, interesting stuff. So that is the games that were in the center row on Intellivision Collection 1. So next week we're going to be jumping into Slapshot Super Pro Hockey, Pinball, Buzz Bombers, and Word Rockets to round it all out. So good stuff to be looking for sure. There we go. There's Pete having his stuff there.
I think he's muted.
I think you're muted again, man. Are you muted? You're muted.
I think it was
Floyd. Hard to tell with him sometimes.
Or he gets to be messing with us.
I think he's trying to mess with us.
He's trying to flex.
He's like, oh yeah.
Old paper.
You just smell that?
Yes, old paper brings me back to when I was a kid.
Nice. That'll be cool. Yeah, Buzz Bombers. So played a little bit of that last night. So
it's not as good as everybody remembers. Bombers.
It'll be good stuff. So, Pete's out of here. See you later.
Intellivision's done. You don't want to. Pete only wants it.
You don't want to be chilling out for the last little bit where we're rolling right into the Evercast Score Challenge. Come on.
Oh yeah. What are we playing again?
Double Dragon.
So you have the results, right, Crow?
Yeah. It's Double Dragon. It had the most votes. Where is it?
I'm gonna go OG Evercade style.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it had 8 votes. Second highest was Gravatar with 5. And then somebody actually picked Power Factor.
Thank God that one didn't.
Well, there you go. Well, I mean, eventually we're going to get to them all. So,
well, that might not be the case. Depends on how frequently games come out.
That's true. Yeah, the list could just overcome, and you wind up not having that.
Oh, I guess I have to get the game.
There we go.
Yes, let's get all set up for that. Double Dragon it's a good time. It's a good time.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Turn down that a little bit. My controller.
Well, I guess I'll use this controller since it's plugged in.
It's just a jumping soundtrack.
Oh, I guess I should probably. It's on. Visibility. There we go.
Dan asks, anyone pre-order Gremlin and Renovation? I know I did.
Of course.
It's good times. Coming in soon to a mailbox near me.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, it's the main thing I collect, so of course I'm gonna pre-order.
Pull you down here, Crow, so we can get
Pre-order every
eyes on that trusty 5-minute timer.
If I could get it to work. Why isn't it working? Stop. Play. Okay, there it is. Let me just.
Nice.
Someone else's sound coming through?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
it's playing on my TV.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's weird. Am I clicking the wrong buttons? I can quiet it down. I'm just trying to remember what my buttons are to control the. Obviously, not the right key combo. Okay, that's why it was. All right. So,
All right.
you want me just to count down, and whenever we hit 0, when we hit 5 minutes, we'll start.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
All right. So, we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right.
Oops.
I know.
I forgot what my buttons were. Let's see here. Here we go.
Wait, where's my
There we
start
go.
button?
That's the thing. I had this set up for arcade games. Wait.
Yeah, my controller's not working. What's going on?
Do we need to start over?
Okay. Should we start again? Yeah, we'll start again.
Yeah. All right, I'm jumping back in. I'm quitting out and I'm coming back in.
Hold on, I gotta.
We'll restart because
Yeah, give
There
me.
we go.
Guys,
I was gonna say if you haven't done anything, just pause it.
I gotta charge that up. Oh crap! I gotta use the.
I'll keep mine paused.
No, you start again because we don't want you to have advantage.
Hold on, I'm not ready to go.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
No, my battery died on my wireless.
Amateur.
No wish for wireless controllers for the Evercade.
See, how do you get to the? There we go. Okay. I think you have to
Yeah,
press
select.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
Ready to rock.
4, 1, go.
All right. Oh, whoops. All right, here we go.
All right.
All
right, I'll take your time. Now, hopefully my buttons are set up correctly. Here we go.
Man, this is like if one of the heavy hitter games is gonna like take me back from the NES era to feeling like I did when I was playing, it's got to be this one for me. It's one of the first games that I played with a bunch of my friends on their NES at their house, and it was the one that I always asked for. It was like, hey, what do you want to play? I was like, oh, let's play some Double Dragon. I was like, oh, come on, you don't want to play some Mario or anything like that? I'm like, no, I just want to play some more Double Dragon. So it's kind of cool to like actually be playing with people again.
Stop whipping me. Oh.
The only big issue is you couldn't do 2 players at the same time unless you did like that versus mode.
Yeah, that versus mode thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Double Dragon 2 is so huge. I'm like, oh, you can do that. You already have all the abilities.
All right.
I have a certain strategy, and I'm hoping it'll pay off. Oh no, I died. Your score doesn't reset.
I forgot that you don't have all the moves right away. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Yeah, you gotta level up. Yeah. Ah.
But does your score reset if you die?
I don't know about that.
I think mine did. I had like 720 there.
Bobo.
Yeah, I don't know why my
Get out of here. Oh,
I have two different scores. Oh no, in the lower left-hand corner, that's not your score. That's your experience.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, so it's in the right hand. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we are. We're in there.
How much time do we have left?
Man, soundtrack's amazing.
2 minutes about.
Okay.
Nothing like getting hit in the face with some TNT.
Right?
Or a baseball bat, for that matter, I guess.
Oh, come on. Like, the guy drops a box and it hurts me.
Lord, this big dude's taking forever.
You mean a Bobo? I just kicked them off the edge.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but then
I don't know if you get any
points
points for that, but I just wanted to continue.
Yeah, just get rid of him. I was like, get out of here, guy.
Oh. I guess you can't drop kick a Molotov cocktail.
Oh no!
Oh,
I just got
turn
off
around.
the pits.
All right, we got 30 seconds left.
I haven't played the 7800 version, but I did play the 2600 version of Double Dragon there, Rigatoni. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, over.
There we go.
14, 6, 4.
I got 15,030.
So I think that's
I
you.
got
Man.
14,630.
Yeah,
I wanted-
14,640. So it's Ed, then me, then Pete, then Crow here.
So
Looking good.
I remembered reading somewhere that if you just did punches only, that you got more experience, and I was hoping that would give me a higher score.
Ah.
And then I didn't use weapons because I remember that from Double Dragon 2.
Do the weapons like reduce your score?
And Double Dragon 2, they don't give you scores, so I didn't want to take the chance here.
Got it. That's awesome.
and then I died at that one. And then I died at that part where that Boba was, and I got to fight those other guys again. So
yeah, that was fun.
Yes,
That was cool stuff. So congrats to Ed Retro KillDashNine for the win.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, it was very close. I mean, you and I were Pete. We were in within 20 points of each other.
I just started jump kicking everybody.
Yes.
Ed got in before us. And that's how he got the next one. Because this one here is very hard to have. We're all pretty decent seeing game. It's hard to stretch that high score out against a 5-minute challenge. It's not going to be a big lot, right? Because you need to kill the enemies regardless to progress, right? So
for sure. So
yeah, I love that game.
Okay,
it's such a fun one.
My favorite version of Double Dragon is the original, is the NES version. Though I'm starting to like the Game Boy game and the Game Boy Advance versions too.
Yeah, I gotta check those out one day. Now they've got the
Really
Retron. I'm gonna throw them in there and check them out.
Games are really easy.
There's a link for you.
Oh, there's a link.
Score sheet. So me and Ed's tied for 2022. I was the reigning 2022 champ for 1 week.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I need to figure out where that is.
That is some good stuff right there.
Oh my god,
I'm liking that one.
you're gonna get
All right,
my.
we're gonna share this. on the screen. Chrome
Cool.
tabby.
I just voted.
Did you mean asteroids? Huh.
That's got to
There
be.
he is, folks.
It's the other asteroids.
Asteroids.
Oh, the 7800. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Atari Collection 2 one.
Yeah,
this-
Asteroids on Atari Collection 2.
I like that better. I like the 7800 version, one of my favorite asteroids. And then it's the 2600 version, and then arcades. I actually like Asteroids Recharge better than all of them.
Asteroids Recharge is awesome.
You know which one I like?
It is-
I
it
like
is
the
good.
one on the Super Asteroids on the Lynx collection.
That's another good one too.
Oh, that's the best. Yeah, dude. I love
Every
that.
asteroids for me is better than the arcade asteroids. It just is.
Do I vote? Do I vote for the asteroids?
I voted
You
just
have
as
to.
pain in the butt because I know that game is annoying.
Just
It's
Duel.
fun. It's super fun, but
Yeah. Well, I was playing a little of that yesterday too. Did the Fun for Five on the Mega Cat collection, and
just very hectic that
yeah,
game.
Justice Duel is definitely a pick for me. And will I vote for it though? I don't know. We'll see. See what happens.
well,
I'm gonna keep my vote secret.
Yeah,
I
that's
got-
the best.
It's right behind me.
Oh,
I
SMS
can
version
save
of
this thing,
Asteroids, you
so-
say?
Double Dragon.
Oh.
If that's what he means, I have it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, the SMS version of Double Dragon. Yeah, that's a
pretty
good one. I like that one. So, all right, everyone, get in and vote. It's Asteroids from Atari Collection 2, Pack Attack from Namco Collection 2, and Justice Duel from Mega Cat 1. Get in there and vote. Make us do battle next week.
Right.
So it's cool. I really like this format though. You know, it's just
That's the
cool.
best
We're
way to
sitting
do it.
in, we're playing, we're having a good time. A little banter going on back and forth.
Oh, any thoughts on the Namco collections being collectible?
It's a good topic to enter the final thoughts.
Technically, anything that's physical can be collected.
I
Right.
did a video on that this week on my channel, or last week on my channel about Evercade collectability and stuff in the future.
Yeah, and I think for me, I mean, it's only collectible until the next deal, right? You know, if I know ... if there is one, but
Well, even then, if there is a reissue, there are some people who are like, well, this is the first edition.
The
So
original edition. That's
Right.
what Collectibles is all about, right? It's like, and how many of these was produced? They were always scarce, right? Namco was always like there. It was never always readily available. Even the first year, there was always people complaining they couldn't get the Namco cards. I can remember a few times it was sold out on Amazon quite a few times, and
yeah, actually, I had to wait a while before I could
Yeah.
get the Namco 2.
so
because it
let's
was
say
only in
probably
one region, right?
10,000 of them. There could be only 10,000 of them in existence.
So
Right.
my thoughts on it, I think that because Evercade is a smaller market, I think pretty much everybody who wants all the certain collections is going to get them. So I don't see the fluctuation there really being like, yeah, maybe a game goes for 30, 40 bucks. I think maybe 5 or 10 years from now, that's when
That's where it's going to hit because then
Yeah.
collectors look for something that has value, and then you get the collectors who just want to resell, buy low and resell high, and yeah.
Mhm.
So rarity and quality is what collectors look for, and they usually tend to drive markets.
Yeah.
Now, then if they come out with an arcade Namco collection, then yeah, then it's kind of like then only like the die hardcore collectors are even going to really care about that because you'll get the superior versions of most of all those games.
DJ, same question for All Twins. I said since day one when Evercade was All Twins was announced, since it was tied to a charity and a specific run, that it was an instant collectible.
Yeah.
Right. I always said day one, Oliver Twins would be a collectible. In my opinion.
And then you never know. Like you can wind up seeing, like they say never with the collection availability. You always wind up getting another collection that maybe reissues some of the games later on down the line, or in a different format, possibly on an Amiga collection. You wind up seeing those games return in their different forms. That kind of stuff. It's definitely
How long are these
coming up.
licenses, right? They could be only a couple year license for all of them, right? There's no license for perpetuity, right?
That's very true. That's very true.
Intellivision could be gone next year too, right? Like it all depends. Could ask Tommy that. I never thought about asking Tommy what the license was for that game.
Yeah.
But like, someone said purple Evercade is going for crazy cash on eBay. Yeah, absolutely. I showed in my video the Founders Edition's like 1,300 Canadian for that.
Yeah.
Like right
Because
now,
I mean,
sold units for 900 US. Like they were sold on eBay. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Really?
Yeah, it proves
Yeah.
that people as long as there is somebody that
I
wants
showed
to
the sold
purchase
listing
something.
of the Founders in my video. I think I did. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think you did do that.
I went to show what they were going for, and then I wanted to look at sold because I don't trust price charting. Because
Right.
that's why I went to eBay too, and because price charting shows some weird numbers that says 9 sold in loose, and then when you check at the sales, they were all complete in box, and then you check on CIB sold, there's empty. So price charting's gathering of their data, their spider collection is not the greatest. So I'm getting to trust that less, because if they made mistakes with the Evercade, which has been out a year and a half, how many other systems are they pricing out wrong?
eBay sold is good because it shows what people are willing to pay for it.
And eBay's usually 20% higher than game stores, right?
Right.
And about 40% higher than Facebook Marketplace in a lot of places. That's my experience.
Yeah, depending on where you are, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's funny because I had a
region, definitely,
which I'm reviewing now from eBay, and there was a note in it. I'll read you the note, and it just proves it up. Dear client, if you prefer, we offer a 15 to 20% discount on all our games on Facebook.
It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's like so like
I'd buy that for a
yeah.
Go check out your store.
Exactly. Yeah, go check him out on Facebook. It's like,
I feel like
thanks for telling me not to buy you on eBay. I'm buy from you on eBay.
I wish I knew that before I bought this from you. Yeah, right.
That's silly.
But yeah, the collectible nature of it's going to be, you don't never know what the future holds, right? But as someone who's been collecting games now for almost 40 years, but really collecting for the last 20, like spending my own money.
Yeah.
It's what I thought was going to be collectible never ended up being collectible. Some things I predicted did turn into collectibles. But eventually all the market flatlines and decreases for the majority of all consoles and games. You're seeing that with the NES now, it's flatlining, right?
Yeah.
Because the generation really interested in collecting that hardcore is starting to wane in that, and a lot of them are starting to collect it, just like you saw with the Atari generation and television collection, right? They were priced a lot higher in the mid 90s in a lot of ways for the high end ones, and now you can pick up a lot of those games like for pennies at a lot of stores, because those people are usually selling their collections now and stuff like that. Like, kind of funny.
I think too, all it takes is for something like a consoleized Mister to come out that's really easy to load, and
That's a good point. That's the problem with all these techs that's coming out. All the really good ones are a lot of times are priced too high and too complicated to use for a lot of the mainstream. That's why the Mister will never catch on mainstream, until they consoleize it to the point where it's just plug and play.
Well, that's the thing too, is like right now the Mister is the thing that everybody wants, but a couple of years from now it could be something totally different.
Right.
Yeah. So they'll be outdated.
Like, I think if I had to make a prediction of a console that come out in the last, like a mainstream console come out in the last 10 years that I think will be the next 15 years from now or 10 years from now, be very highly collectible, it's going to be the Wii U, because of limited amount of consoles will ship, a limited amount of print runs they did on their games. Like even some of their mainstream games got limited print runs.
That's true.
And the fact that it's Nintendo and it's a very robust system, I think if you're looking for a disc-based system that you invest in now that you can sell for 30% profit 5-10 years from now, it's the Wii U, if you're in it for that kind of stuff.
The Wii U is tricky because a lot of those titles have also gone over to the Switch, so somebody would really have to want that.
Yeah, but does the scarcity, right, is a part that drives collectors.
Plus, the Wii U does have something the Switch doesn't, and that's a screen on your controller.
Yeah.
So like the Wonderful 101, for example, played way better on the Wii U than it does on the Switch.
I have it. I bought it. I bought it on the Wii U, and I love it. But what the Wii U has, it's charm. Like you boot up the Wii U, there's charm. There's the Mii system, universe. There's this old mid like 2000s, early 2000 Nintendo where it was like cheesy but fun. You boot up the Switch is the most boring, ridiculous, stupid looking system ever. It doesn't have anything. Like it pales in comparison, feature wise, than all the other consoles. Shoot, the Evercade is more fully featured than the Switch in a lot of ways, with themes and stuff like that, and built-in bezels and all that kind of stuff. Like it's the Switch pales in comparison to that, and I love like even booting up the old 360 with the Blade. And and even the crossbar PlayStation 3, there's charm associated to what they were doing back then.
Yeah,
and
maybe even a little personality.
Spades, in my opinion. That's why I've got like as a collector, I have 6 box Wii U's in the variants. Like I've got the variant boxes of like the Switch, and like because I bought them super cheap, sometimes $60. I bought the Zelda one with the special Zelda trim around it for $60 box.
That's crazy.
That was like two. People were just giving away just before the pandemic. Like nobody wants a Wii U because they wanted to get a Switch, and I'm like, I'll take advantage of that.
If you maybe gave me one, I might take it because I don't like clutter sitting around.
Yeah, well, I just got them in my storage room because I'm going to sell everyone except for the Wii U and the Mario 7 one because I love both those games. Yeah,
I kind of miss my Wii U because I had one at launch, and it was neat. There was some charm in there.
I remember playing Xenoblades on it. Chronicles.
That was a good one.
That game, that massive game.
Yeah,
so much fun playing that. The little map down on the screen and stuff like that.
But even like the quirky ones, right? Even Nintendo Land was pretty cool.
I like that. I like those little games. Building My Me, and there's a game. Remember the 3DS come out and they had the built-in little dungeon crawler game. Did you guys ever play the 3DS?
Yeah.
Where whoever you're friends with could come in the dungeon with you, and if they had a special color shirt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I know what you're talking about. The Street Pass games.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
I love those. They were so much
that was
fun.
cool.
I used to do it all the time.
And putting my 3DS up here, trying to get people to come and play. We'd be going on a little dungeon run, lining up to go into the show. Such a
every time you
never owned a DS.
And they had a special color shirt, right? So if you got a friend and they had a red shirt, it was awesome. You could shoot fire or something like that. So cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
They done that for the Switch. We did it. Jeff and I was playing it, where we were in each other's game just recently last year, where we were I was the villain, I think, in his game because we're friends and from GoGameGo, Jeff. And I was like, he was a hero in mine or a townsperson and stuff like that. That game.
You know what, Sirens? Actually, you know what? I wish that Evercade, they need to give us a fast boot mode because
custom themes would be awesome.
This may sound ridiculous, but to be honest, sometimes I like with my GBA, I can just put in a game, boot it up, and start playing. And sometimes I feel like with the Evercade, it takes too long.
Actually, the new boot up, I like the sound effects better in the new boot up, and it's quicker than the old one.
Yeah,
I like
my OG white one on the old OS. The old
I have one that's on an older OS too, the 1.3 or whatever.
Yeah. The older
Every once in a while, you
ones
just turn it on, so you just you can just see it.
I just want fast boot.
There could be a reason, something going on in the background while the logo's playing.
That's what I'm thinking. It needs it. Yeah.
It's like that's what I love about Evercade, right? Like they gave us out of the box like so many cool things on the VS, and then they brought it over to the handheld, which I thought was really cool. But the system is completely playable and fun if you keep the old firmware on. Like if you just like you can, you're not losing out a whole lot. Some bug fixes and stuff like that probably. But but I still like that. But I really want to focus now on less about the games and updating that ecosystem. Like, I want to be able to have a friends profile. I seriously keep saying that, and seeing what Ed scores on our shared leaderboards and stuff like that would be really cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be fun. No, other than the UI though, they actually remember on Discord they actually did reduce button latency even more, and it's one of those things where you would never notice it until 2.0 came out.
I don't really notice it much anyway. Like I guess I'm not that in tune with. Like I don't really. Have you guys had a problem with button latency like so bad that it made you like rage quit?
No. But they've improved it even more though, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I love what they're doing. Like I think there's so much opportunities there, especially when you go and play like. The VCS and Ant Stream, like their friends feature is like somebody sent me chat the other day, and we were just chatting on Atari VCS, like going back and forth, and that was pretty cool. And then what game was I playing? Oh, I was playing a game on my DS, a compilation game, and the leaderboard save for each of the game. So that was pretty cool. Like
we need Matter of fact, that's my video next week are five things that I think Blaze has completely missed the mark on for the arcade.
You mean 5 annoying things about the Evercade?
Well, specifically 5 missing features for the arcade cards that we need to have.
Did it annoy you?
Not really annoy me. It's just it's kind of like it angers me.
I know a certain someone that's got a series called 5 annoying.
Yeah. So these are just more missing features.
Yeah, there's more. There's tons, right? Like I didn't mention all the ones I want because I keep mentioning. All the time.
So what's interesting?
Online is huge. I want online. I want to play these challenges, like together.
Yes,
that'd be cool.
And the general, I think it was the general bug fix Discord where I'm just saying they're making UI improvements. I'm like, we don't need that. The UI is fine. Fix the existing ROMs and add more features like leaderboards and stuff.
Oh, I agree. The UI, don't mess with it. It's fine. Like add some more themes in. Like add more content to the existing ones. More bezels, more themes. I think that's really cool. But get features in there, like little features. You don't need to go AAA with your features, but like just have a profile that tracks what I'm playing in each game. Like, what game was I playing? Oh, Retro Game Challenge. One of the features is every game plays. It tells you how many continues you used, how many lives you lost, how many stuff you had in each game. And it's very simple, but it's tied to me and my profile. Like, give me a profile in Evercade that just tracks these types of stuff. Like, that's what Switch does good, right? It tells you your most played game and your friend's most played game. I like those things, seeing like, oh, Crow is playing Zachariah Pinball the most or Pinball FX the most.
Well, you don't need to look anything up to know that.
I know. But sometimes I go and look at my friends and I'm like, why is he playing that or she playing that game? And then I go check it out. Oh, now I know it's a really fun game.
So you want to be able to creep on people and see what they're playing.
Well, yeah, discovery, right? It's not creeping. It's they're your friends, so it can't be creeping.
See, it's funny. It's like I'm kind of the opposite way. I don't care about what anybody else is playing. In fact, it's like I'm on the PlayStation 4 and like the Xbox. The first thing I do is turn off all those notifications and stuff.
No, I don't want that. I don't want any of that, Crow. I just like I would like just if they couldn't give me what friends are playing, it's just what my own stats are. Like, you know what, I'm like where all my highest score in every game, which would be really cool in a list, right?
I'll notice that somebody was trying to talk to me through the PlayStation 4, a message. I was like, they sent like 3 months ago. It's like, why are they trying to talk to me through the PlayStation?
I keep all my online games appear offline for most of my consoles because I don't really play online games. I like playing I'm playing Final Fantasy 14. I haven't played in a while though, a couple weeks, and I don't do any of the MMO stuff in it. It's just playing the story. It's so good. Only time in the story they force you to play the MMO stuff is dungeons to progress a story, but they're usually pretty fast. But anyway, I think if you got in early with Evercade and you're like a collector that's going to sell a bunch of it, you might do well, I think, in the future. Like you might get 20-30% return, which how fantastic would that be on an investment?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think that's the reason. And if people are collecting it just for that, I find that appalling. Like collecting because you want to play.
Do. Like, I'm not taking my collection with me. I'm taking once I'm ready, when my kids are ready to go to university, I'm like, hey, pick what you want. I'll help you sell it. You got some investment money and university money and stuff like that.
Well, I'm not saying you can't sell it to make money, but that shouldn't be the initial reason you get it. You should get it because you love the games.
I get what you're saying, 100%. But I don't want to think. I don't care what their motivation is, because if they're buying it, at least then the Evercade's making money and hopefully making lots of it. And but what I do agree with you with though, if those are buying all the stuff, and that's the only way for most people to get the games, present time is to go buy for scalpers. I don't like that. That's
yeah.
Exactly.
So what you're saying makes sense for this time period where supply issues are really bad and a lot of people are struggling to find consoles and games. It sucks. Absolutely. Yeah. That's why Xbox and PlayStation, like, I feel for people who just their love of games and can't get a new Xbox because only way to get one's pay $1,200 for one or something.
Yeah,
it's pretty weird. It's been like that for over a year.
Right? And they've sold the most they've ever sold of any console generation, both of them, and they still can't. Like, people said consoles were dead. Apparently not. Like,
No, certainly not. Certainly
Yeah.
not.
certainly not, right? Oh, everybody's going mobile. No, everybody's
So,
gone.
But
Crazy, right?
yeah. So anyway, I think that's good. That's a good place to
Rich
stop
gotta
there.
go get some food. He's
Yeah,
hungry.
it's life is starting to happen over here.
Like,
you
that's
know.
why I was on mute for so time. So when my kids get up in the morning, is feeding the fish. Do we got a fish for Christmas?
Yeah.
Or just big
Yeah.
argument who's going to feed the fish every morning. So I'm like,
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I want to thank everyone, of course, the panel for being here and everybody sort of chilling and hanging out with us, and everybody in the chat.
It's a new channel name.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yes.
That is now officially the Evercade effect. So go out, go over and give him some love. Give him the
Great
likes, give him the subs, give him all the good things.
I decided to take your advice, Pete. We'll try it. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
I didn't think you could do it. You see the
Wrong.
against that idea.
So anyway,
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. You got your identity and your channel name. You're good.
Papa
just
Pete's back just to say,
And subs.
say it's time to go. So, all right, awesome. We will see you next time for some more Evercast goodness. Bottom row of Intellivision Collection 1 and another score challenge and some cool chat. Thanks once again, and we will see you later.
This concludes our broadcast day.
It still makes me laugh.